Coming from Warrior Gang 45, and he says, say less. Can I date your sister? No. Yo, YouTube, welcome back. We just hit 1 million on TikTok. I think I love you guys. Also, today we're just going to do a quick Q&A question. You guys just sent me some questions on Instagram in my DMs. And yeah, let's jump into it. Some of these questions are really weird. I won't even lie. Some of these questions really are very odd. But we're going to get into it. I'm going to answer quite a bit of them. So enjoy this video. And remember, like, comment, and subscribe
if you love your mom.
First question we got coming in from Ashley J. Zahang. I think that's how you say it. Her question is, are you good at math? I need help solving something. 2 + 2 = X. X = your snap. I will forward that DM to my girlfriend, and I'll see if she can solve it for you. Thank you. Coming that user name and says, pineapple on pizza. I'm going to have to go with yes on this one. I love pineapple on pizza. I do. I'm a fan. I am a fan. Ooh, here's a good one coming from my boy, Axelrod. I think that's how you say it. Axelrod09. Comes in with a question, pros and cons of a long-distance relationship. You can do it with Kayla, Q&A, or by yourself. So Kayla doesn't come down for another couple days, so I'm just going to answer this one by myself. So long distance sucks. It really does. And I would not be able to do long distance relationship if I didn't do what I do for a living. If I actually had a job, no way this would have lasted, just because I can fly up to Michigan or she can fly down and come vacation or whenever. So long distance relationship sucks and I would never recommend it. But the reason I moved to Florida is because my family moved down here and it was just kind of a tough decision for me. But it gave me that time to kind of grind on my own and focus on strictly this. And not saying Kayla was a distraction whatsoever, but it was almost like a fresh restart for me too. And it sucks. Long distance is terrible. But yeah, so we've made it work for literally 2 years now. Shout out to Kayla for going through all the bullshit. But yeah, it's coming in from a man, Natusa01. You guys got some weird names. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. Question number 4 coming from my man, Jaron Weldon. He says, what did you want to do as a job besides streaming? Sorry, I couldn't read that. I'm dyslexic and slightly dumb. That's a good question though. What would I want to do that's not streaming related if I had to get a job? I wanted to be, yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know. Actually, I'd probably be sitting on the side of the street with a jar asking for spare change. The question is coming from Tori, and she says, when you started streaming, did you ever think you would be where you are now? And the answer to that question is, honestly, no, I didn't. Streaming's very tough to kind of keep rolling and have that momentum and motivation to do, in my opinion. And people hit a rut and I even hit that rut where it's like you don't see improvement and you want to quit. And I just happen to, they always say, man, like right when you want to quit, that's when you need to push harder, because that's when your big break's gonna happen. And that was true for me. I was really hitting a point where I was thinking about, this probably isn't gonna work for me. I should probably do something else. And yeah, dude, a couple weeks later, that's when everything started to just go crazy. And thank you guys again for that. Her 6th question coming in from my boy LaxKid26. He says, Kayla or your Twitch community? Of course it's going to be my Twitch community. Come on. No, on a real note, that's a shitty question. And you know what I mean? Hopefully I never actually have to, have that ultimatum. Okay. What is your hobbies besides streaming and making other content? Dude, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, man. I don't have other hobbies. In fact, I'm so busy trying to provide content. I sleep, eat, and breathe content. I'm the biggest grinder. Ooh, I like this question. William comes in with the question, what motivates you to work hard? That's a good question, man. I would say, honestly, I would say the people around me really push me to work as hard as I possibly can. I don't know how to say it. I'd say my parents are probably one of my big motivators. I'd say my girlfriend's also a big motivator. But honestly, just you get more motivated the more success you have, and it just pushes you to do greater things, bro. I would say the more success you see, the more it motivates you to just go for the sky, bro. Just literally push it as far as you can. Good question though, man. I think everybody should just try and deep down grab that motivation and use it to the best potential. Here's a good question. Yo, I'm from TikTok. My question is, how old are you? How much did you spend on your setup? How long did it take you to get 1 million followers on Instagram? All right, good questions, man. I like these questions. My setup was around, I would say, close to $10,000 around. But you guys got to understand, I have been building this setup for 2 years. So it's not like I just dropped $10,000 to build. This has all been stuff I've added through the last 2 years. And this is what we have today. And it took me probably 2 months to get 1 million. 2 months to get 1 million on TikTok. But before that, I was sitting at 12,000 followers on TikTok for probably 5 or 6 months. So it took me a while to get that momentum. And then Thanksgiving is when I went from 12,000 followers to 100,000 followers in 1 day. So that answers that. Question number 10 coming from Hith. He says, have you ever hunted / fished? Yes, dude. So back in the day, my parents kind of like, my dad's always been like a massive hunter and fisher. So that was a big part of my childhood. I don't go anymore recently, just as much as I want to, just because I'm so busy doing this kind of stuff. But yes, I thoroughly enjoy hunting and fishing, but I just don't have the time anymore, sadly. Okay, our 13th question coming in from Maddox Mulligan, and he says, would you rather have fame or money? This one's tough. Well, it's not really that tough, but I would say money, just because, you know, you need money to kind of survive. And fame is cool and all, but I think I could go without it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't call myself famous, but I think I would go with the money. I definitely think I would. Let me know what you guys think though down in the comment. What would you rather have, fame or money? My man Jack Pug coming in with this question. I love this question. What do you think you do that nobody else does? This is a great question, Jack. I've got kind of a very interesting answer to that, but when I pee in public urinals, I like to push out my pee as hard and fast as I can, so it makes a deeper sound when it hits the water, and I like to intimidate the people around me. I just think that's kind of, you know what I mean? It just states that I'm alpha in that urinal section. So that's one thing I do that I don't think anybody else does. That's my answer to that. Wild Driver Roberts coming in with this question. Do you have a girlfriend? I do have a girlfriend, and I will put a picture of her right there. She's very pretty, isn't she? Very pretty. Teen coming from Glow X Comp. He says, hey, you cute, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Much love. Ooh, I like this question. Danny's Big Now comes in with a question. Why is your name Slick Stevie? When I first started streaming, I just wanted to think of something that would like stick in people's head, you know, first letter and, you know, Slick Stevie, SS. I wanted to kind of get it to ring in people's minds, I guess, but I didn't think I'd actually take streaming seriously. When I first started streaming, I was literally just doing it for fun. I made my Twitch account that name, and then I was like, oh, I gotta make socials. So I made a TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and I named them all after that. So yeah, and that's the name I got now, and I don't know. Do you guys think I should change it, or do I have to stick with it? I mean, I feel like I have to stick with it now just because I have such a large following. Not even a funny question. Do you ever become friends with your followers? I've actually met quite a few of my followers. I think I've met a few of them in real life. But I also have to be very careful, and I'm not out just to meet everybody just because, you know, I got to protect myself. But you know, it's dependent on many different situations, and I don't know. It's just kind of one of those weird situations where if I know you long enough, maybe it's very tough for me to just say, oh yeah, oh yeah, let's meet up. You know what I mean? Because that could be bad for me. Coming from Landon, and he says, are the donos fake in your TikToks? They are not fake in my TikToks, and the way I can prove that is if you guys come to my Twitch streams, within the first 5 minutes, you will realize that they are not fake. I mean, you literally just have to watch my stream for one stream to realize that it is all... I take my clips from Twitch and I throw them on TikTok. They are not fake. But yes, if you want to go check them out. Sometimes I do have to redo some of the TikToks with the same donos I got, only because there was copyrighted music playing and TikTok would take it down, so I have to like edit some stuff in and out. But that doesn't happen in every video. What do you smell like, Poppy? Coming from Andrew. Bounty is what I smell like, actually. Some laundry detergent. I just did some laundry, actually. From 180 Reflexes, are you going to do another interview with your sister? Yes. This should happen in the next 2 days or so. Gotta wait till she's obviously out of school and, you know, come over one of these days and do it. I don't live with my sister. I have my own apartment with 2 other roommates. But yes, hopefully this weekend we'll be able to get something going. It comes from my man Willie. And he says, when you have to choose someone who is not related, who do you look up to the most? Dude, this is a tough one because I'll be honest with you guys. I don't have any like celebrities that I'm like, oh my gosh, dude. Like, there's, you know what I mean? I do look up to some hardworking people. I'm trying, dude. I don't know. Who do I look up to? All right, I figured out who I look up to. Boy. Yes, by the way, we did get the bed frame. It's right here. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Thank you guys for the questions. Thank you guys so much for all the support. And thank you again for 1 million. Y'all are sexy, man. Peace out. Have a nice one. Bye.